Hey guys, Russell the Weekend Adventurer here. Hey, over the next couple of weeks we're going to do what I call grocery store backpack cooking. We go to the grocery store, we pick up some items, and we transfer it straight onto trail cooking type applications. So today we're going to start real simple. I bought some split pea. Here we go. You can see it there. Some split pea soup. Really doesn't matter the brand too much. This guy makes not a bad one. It's Mr. McDougal. When it comes packaged, it's in this bulky packaging that we don't really need. I've tried to find it in less bulky packaging. This is what we're stuck with. What I do with this stuff, simply empty it into a bag. A Ziploc bag. Write on it what it is. Pea soup. And then a lot of times I'll write the directions on it for what it needs water-wise, and if I need any other special directions to cook it. I'm a really simple guy. I like simple cooking. Sometimes I go on these backpacking sites and I see these huge recipes and I think, I'm not going to do that on the trail. That's hard. I'm out here to hike, not to be a gourmet chef. You know, some people might be gourmet chefs. If that's their thing, go for it. Now, I think the pea soup is a little weak for a dinner. It's good, but it's a little on the weak side. So I have some tricolor couscous here to make it a little more interesting. Yeah, I don't bother measuring it out. That's pretty close. What I do is I just add, couscous is 1-to-1, so however much couscous you have, that's how much water you add. It's pretty easy. So we'll get our stoves fired up here and start cooking it. Just for fun, I'm going to use 2 different backpacking stoves and time it and see what kind of water boil times I have. I just have nothing better to do. Here in my basement, we might as well boil some water and time it. And when we're done, I'll have something to eat. Okay, we're ready to go. At no time should this be confused for something scientific. I'm just messing around down here. I've got 2 different stoves. One is a BIOS 2 that Tinny made for me. Tinny from Mini Bull Design. Sweet stove. I have a knockoff version that you can look up that I make, but this is the stuff. And then also I have one of my Jim Woods Super Cats. Good stove too. Let's try them. Let's do this. Okay, the BIOS 2's blossomed out. We'll put that on, start the stopwatch. The Super Cat takes a little more care. It takes a little longer to preheat. But to be fair, it is burning, so I have to keep this on top as well. There's the Super Cat. It's burning good in the back, but where there's an open hole here, it's not burning that great. There's the BIOS 2. Steady, kicking along. Now remember, I'm boiling these with lids off. So obviously we have a much faster boiling time with lids on. And right now we just crossed the 3-minute mark. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and call it at, let's wake this thing up here, at 420. Yeah, at 420. We had boiling on the BIOS 2, and it looks like the SuperCat is not far behind, but as long as we have boilage here, I'm going to start actually making the food. One thing I don't like about the BIOS is putting it out. These alcohol stoves are not something you can just simply blow out. Alright, I used my pot cozy over here, threw the hot water in to keep it hot. Throw in my soup concoction. The nice thing about doing it in a bag like that is you also have a trash bag. Stir it up. Now we'll throw the lid on and wait for that to cook. Alright, my soup's been cooking now inside my pot cozy for about 3 minutes. It's looking good, it's looking thick, it's almost there. The nice thing about having a pot cozy is it's cooking the whole time it's in here. I can eat it right out of here even though it's still boiling hot. And yeah, it's nice to be able to keep cooking your food and not have to have it still on the heat source wasting fuel. Speaking of wasting fuel, what I did was kind of dumb. You don't normally have to put out an alcohol stove like I did. It's hard to put it out, you don't want to have to get there. Usually I know how much fuel it takes to boil a certain amount of water. But here we are, we're in my basement. I've got plenty of fuel, so I'm not thinking about conservation, and I just put in too much fuel for the amount of water that I had. Usually it's in about an ounce, a little over an ounce, to boil 2 cups of water. But hey, that's what I did. Anyway, we saw about 4 minutes 20 seconds with the BIOS, about 5 minutes with the SuperCat. Not too much difference. I like the BIOS better. I normally carry it. I like the version that I make on YouTube. You guys can check out that other video. And if you want to buy it, Tinny makes a sweet stove, so I totally recommend it. Alright, that's the end of my supermarket cooking, backpack cooking for now. Pea soup, couscous. I'm going to go ahead and have my dinner, and I will see you guys later. By the way, one last thing, my website, I totally updated it. Go check it out. Do me a favor, click on some of the links there. There's actually some really cool stuff linked up to my website, and it's neat. It's updated. A lot of good videos, a lot of good info. So, all right, I'll see you guys out on the trail.